Tennessee Titans had an interesting draft. We talk about the first round trade with A.J. Brown and then also getting Treylon Burks. There was just this entire draft was a little wild. But overall, with what came of it, I liked it. I really felt like the Titans, from top to bottom, got a very solid draft class out of their 2022 class here. I think this is a class that could be, you could look on it a couple years from now and say, hey, this was a class that really made the difference, or this was a class that didn't pan out. But I do think it's going to pan out. I think it's going to be a tremendous draft class moving forward. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the Titans and what they got here. I really like pretty much every single pick. So we're going to go here. Treylon Burks, again, traded A.J. Brown for this first-round pick, and I believe, what was the other pick? I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, doesn't matter. First round, number 118 overall, or 18 overall, wow. Treylon Burks, wide receiver out of Arkansas here. I thought he was, honestly, I don't know why so many people slept on Treylon Burks. I loved Treylon Burks from day one. I felt he was going to be a guy that could arguably be one of the best wide receivers in this draft class. You talk about the size, the speed, all the different things he can do. Last year he had a couple, he just looked like he could do it all. 66 catches, over 1,100 receiving yards and 11 touchdowns. I believe he added another touchdown on the ground as well. A here for me. You don't have to pay him. Now the Eagles have to pay A.J. Brown. You get pretty much his replacement. I think Treylon Burks could do a little bit more than A.J. Brown. I absolutely do. Even though A.J. Brown is a stud. No, don't get me wrong. Second round, 35th pick overall. The Titans selected Roger McCreary, corner out of Auburn. Oh, I love this pick. Roger McCreary was one of my favorite draft picks out of this entire class. He's just all-around stud. You love it. 49 total tackles, 2 tackles for loss, a sack, and 2 picks last year for McCreary. Gave this one an A. Again, helping out that secondary. Love it, love it, love it. Third round, 69 overall. The Titans selected Nicholas Petit-Frere. I think that's how you say his name. I apologize. At Ohio State, over 660 snaps last year, allowed 2 sacks, did have a 78.5 PFF grade. I really like the pick here. It was, from all the tape and the draft profiles that I had seen, he really rose to the occasion against lower tier talent, but had a tougher time against guys like Aiden Hutchinson. And there was some guys in there. I think the Arnold Ekebedi, or I can't say his name, from Penn State, had some tough times there. But hey, you know what? Those guys are some of the best edge rushers in this class. Let's give him a break. Let's see what he can do. I think he could maybe, move inside the guard. I don't know. But overall, we'll see what he can do. But third round, I think that's excellent value for a potential starting tackle. We'll see where it goes. Third round, 86 overall. This is one of my favorite picks of the draft. Malik Willis to the Titans. We talk about Ryan Tannehill. I mean, it's just been one of those things where the team hasn't gotten it done over the last couple of seasons. It just hasn't. But, you got a guy like Malik Willis that could come in right here. And honestly, I think he could be a guy that sits behind Tannehill for a year and does some good things, learns a lot of things, and could be your future starter next year. You talk about a guy that had over 2,800 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions last year, at Liberty. And I think there's a lot to go off of here. And again, I think it would be really at an interesting, him. And here's the thing people forget too. Malik Willis had over 870 rushing yards last year and 13 TDs as well. Also caught a pass like this, like him and Derrick Henry could do a lot of different things offensively for you. So that's an interesting pick as well. So I really like the pick here. Third round, you saw him as a guy that could have been potentially the first guy drafted in this draft. So it's interesting, very much very interesting. Fourth round, 131 overall. The Titans selected Hassan Haskins, running back out of Michigan. Had over 1,400 all-purpose yards last year and 20 touchdowns. I think he's going to be an interesting kind of sidekick or a second back there for the Titans behind Derrick Henry. I think he's going to come in right away. Might not get a ton of carries, but I like his size. I like his speed. And there is a lot of similarities to Henry, but also I think there's the potential and the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, so I like it. Fourth round, Chigozie Okonkwo. They're out of Maryland. I practiced that all morning, by the way. This guy, when you watch him on tape, honestly is one of the most explosive tight ends I think I've seen in a while. Like this guy is very explosive. He's a guy that can catch balls. He's a guy that can run the football as a tight end. I mean, Maryland did hand the ball off to this guy in his freshman year, and honestly, I love it. The guy that had 52 catches for 447 yards and 5 touchdowns last year. I love the value. I love the pick. I feel like he's going to add another element to this Titans offense, right away, and I love it. I feel like this is a very good overall value pick and a very good pick for the Titans just in general. Fifth round, number 163 overall. Kyle Phillips here to UCLA. I love it. I love it. You get Treylon Burks. You double down on it here in the 5th round. Yes, 59 catches, 739 yards, and 10 touchdowns last year. I think he's going to be a very underrated jump ball guy. I think he's going to be a very underrated wide receiver for the Titans. Yes, yes, yes. A here from me. 6th round, 224 overall. The Titans selected Theo Jackson, corner out of Tennessee. Guy that had 78 tackles last year, 9 tackles for loss, a sack and a half, also an interception. Listen, a very good depth piece here. You double down on corner in the 6th round. Yes. Also in the 6th round, they got linebacker Chance Campbell with the 219th overall pick out of Ole Miss. Had 109 tackles last year, 12 and a half tackles for loss and 6 sacks. Listen, well, is he probably going to be a special teams guy? Probably. But he's got to be able to do the ability to be so much more for the Titans, and I love it. I love the value. I love the player you got here. And overall, just top to bottom, a solid draft by the Titans. You're talking about what? Treylon Burks, Roger McCray going to step in and be started right away. Chigozie Okonkwo out of Maryland there could definitely bring a lot off the edge or off the tight end position there right away. Also, Kyle Phillips might not start right away, but I think he could have a lot of great things going for him. Malik Willis, potentially the future starter there for the Titans. Also, Hassan Haskins, Nicholas Petit-Frere. Just love the draft, love the value. Titans definitely hit it out of the park with this one. Solid draft all around, and I loved it. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think of our 2022 Tennessee Titans draft class grades.